Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Eye dwumakuo bi a omo fa registered nurses, drivers a omo wo GCC license, and afa securities. E di omo ko aman ahodro bi so te se Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and afa USA. Na me ne wo kasa sisi akra. Omo per registered nurses. E di omo ko USA. Akoya dwuma ko gisika pudro. Ani na enye we po. Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Esanso boama. Sa wo peka atofri amanone. Omo beye ho hyehyeye nyina ma. Na wo nsatimi aka. Ka biara e dawa koma so. Wo bra wo mre ho. Enti omo se bra omo so ye sesi a. Wo behu omo Otama community 9. Omo ne Ashama Timber Market. Ene di hwe animu. Anase fra omo en. Wo 0599 183083. Ana 0302 986573. Amanone fo so fra omo. +821 02 1811278. Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Your success is our business. Abeka Group of Companies and Sammy Flex TV presents September to Remember. And in September to Remember, Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. ATM wakonya na oni yako Dubai. Na wako shewe nisu adie. Na fe ya sansu adie ni abo. Na yebeko tour places biti se Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantics Water Park, Dubai City Tour. Na fe yacht party nsu tuetia. Na ya sansu party in the cloud. ATM ayen komani ya mekanchiro. Da be ya September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Na yebasu 24th September. Dikosi 29th September. Annie. And for any reservation, anase nchirichirimu bia. And ye fresa huma true for we. 0243 514732. Ana plus 971 559 494061. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant, Taste Africa, Ohineba Jimai TV, and Afe, Edike Media. September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Ebeye kikim.
Sometimes I come across as a teacher in the industry because I've had so much experiences that I would want to share if I have the opportunity. And today I'm going to do one of such. Today I'm going to talk about how to book an artist. I'm going to show you what the things or some of the things you have to do as an investor that is looking forward to book an artist. I'm going to share that with you. And I want you guys to pay attention, critical attention to the things that I'm about to say, because what I'm about to say can cost you a fortune. What I'm about to say today can really hurt your business. What I'm about to say today can hurt your finances, and I want everybody to know this once and for all. I want everybody to know this once and for all. How to get your booking right anytime you want to deal with an artist. Take your pen and paper. If you know you cannot keep this in the memory forever, take your pen and paper or take your notepad on your phone and type down some points, because so many mistakes have been happening with artist booking here in Ghana and maybe elsewhere as well. And it has been creating unnecessary confusion. That is why some of the issues of artists not honoring their contracts and blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. That's why some of these things will be happening. Yes. I have experience in this. That's why I'm going to share with you so that it does not affect you. Because sometimes when we hear, oh, the artist had a deal with these people and they didn't do it and they did that and they did that, I ask myself, how did it happen? For all you know, some of these points I'm about to share with you are some of the reasons why it has been happening like that. So relax and let's go at a long haul. My name is Sammy Flex. This is the editorial. And I'm here with my people, Digital Rasta Currency, who is on camera. Richie Flex is also the editor and director of the show. And as much as you are also out there, remember, it is an opportunity for you to learn. But if you have to send money to Ghana using the app, get Tap Send today. Download it on your phone, put in your bank details, use the promo code SammyFlex. This promo code will surely give you some more money into your wallet, so you can send this money back home to Ghana with no stress. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are ready, we can go on. September to Remember in Dubai is also there. If you have been thinking about how to go do some holiday shopping or how to just go cool off, just as I'm looking forward to go cool off. The whole of this year I've been working back to back. If I get some 1 week to go cool off somewhere, I'll be very happy. That one, no twist about that. I'll really be happy. Sure. So this is very important and we have to do it. Now, I'm saying that if you want to book any artist, whether big or small, I want you to learn some things. Number one, avoid middlemen. Avoid middlemen. Or avoid middlemen only. Okay, let me put it that way. Because at every point in time, there will be the need for someone to introduce you to the artist camp or the artist team. But what I can say is that avoid middlemen only. Don't leave the power of everything you are going to do in their hands. They will mess up with you. So, for instance, you want to book a Sammy Flex for a show, and someone tells you, oh, I know Sammy Flex, I talked to him, I can get him for you, I can get him blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's how it starts, because after all, someone will know someone before you get that information. But in terms of going to do payments, in terms of negotiations, how much and all those things, if you can have a way to be part of it, do that to save your investment or do that to save your finances. So for instance, this middleman comes to tell you, oh, when I called Sammy Flex, he said he would charge 1 million. Then you put 1 million down, you give the money to the middleman only to come and pay, you have messed yourself up. Never. You have really, really messed yourself up. Because sometimes, as much as they'll come and give you contract and all those things, you are not there. Whether that contract you are going to sign is the original contract or a duplicated contract or an edited contract, you might not even know. I'm sure the only thing we're waiting to see is to see a $1 million or 1 million cedis written on the paper. And if you are not there, how to get that thing for you, it's not a problem, unless you don't understand today's world. Today's world, your signature that you've signed with an ink, someone can lift the same thing and put it on another paper. Yes, in today's world, it's happening. In today's world, how to erase figures and make it look what they want to write, it's so easy. They can erase figures and bring what they want to. So if you are going to have any booking with any artist and there is a middleman, please don't leave the middleman alone to do the negotiations. Today, we can even have conference calls and things. If you think the middleman is going to talk to those persons, tell them that, oh, in every call, he can conference you in. In every conversation about the show, he should conference you in, so you know every detail. Because if you sit down and, oh, artist says he will take this X amount of money, you give it to him. By the time you realize, the artist might not even know about you. And the artist will only have a negotiation with the middleman that if things don't go well, they can have issues and it is going to affect you. So that is one point that I want everybody to do. Don't only deal with middlemen only. Make sure you are in the picture, especially when you are going to sign the contract, especially when you are going to do the payment. Make sure you, the investor, you are in there as well. Now let's move on to point number 2. It says, be strict with what is in your contract. Be strict. Be strict. Now, in fact, let me put it in 2. So you have to be strict and you have to be straight with what is in your contract. Don't say this and expect this. Or don't write this and expect that. No. You have to be strict with what is in your contract. So at every point in time, even if you want the person to come there holding a bottle of water, if it can be written, write it in there. And as you write whatever you are writing in there too, please make sure you follow what you have written. Because there are some people who also write some things for you and they will not follow it. They will tell you, oh, do this, and they will not follow. That's what I'm saying. Be strict and be straight with your contract. So if you say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do this, as much as you've written that, please do it. Because if you refuse to do that in the contract, you have also breached. And the artist can, at every point in time, take an action. Same way, if the artist also promises and he signs to another thing and he does not do it, he would also come out as someone who has breached your contract and you can also take action against him. We all need to play our part of the bidding very, very well. We all need to play our roles very well. We should not sit down and think that things will go the way we want. If you don't do it right, things will not go the way you want. So let's be strict and let's be straight with our contracts. Now let's move on to point number 3. It says, be part of meetings with artist management team so you know exactly what is being discussed. So just as you have started your negotiations and you've done payment, every subsequent meeting that talks about the artist rider, what the artist would demand for the show and from the organizers, please be part of it. Don't let someone go and have a meeting and be telling you all the time. If you are not careful, sometimes they will be telling you lies. If you are not careful, they'll be telling you things to their interest. So at every point in time, the organizing body should be a part of every necessary meeting in connection with the event. So that what you cannot do, if the middleman goes to promise, you can comfortably say, this one I can't do, this one I can do. Because for the middlemen, when they go to such meetings and the artist tells them, oh, me when I come to your hotel, I want to sleep in the air. Because the middleman wants to impress you. Because the middleman wants to impress you, the financier or the organizer, he will tell the other guy that yes, because all that the middleman wants to know is that every negotiation he's had with you, it is true and you are coming. And especially when the middlemen even have interest in the money in there. Because for all you know, he said 80,000. The middleman went to present 100,000 to the financier. So if you are not careful, the fact that the guy has an interest in the money that he is taking at every point in time, because he doesn't want any confusion to come. When the artist says, I want this or I want that, he will just agree. He will just agree. He will just agree and say, oh yeah, let's go. So when I come to the hotel, I want to sleep in the air. He say, yes, I'll give it to you. Meanwhile, you, the organizer, you can't let the artist sleep in the air in the hotel because you know it is not possible. But that guy who does not want his money to have any issues, everything, he'll be doing yes man, yes man, yes man. And that is where you can also find yourself in trouble. So in every necessary meeting, please be in there, contribute, do what you can and leave what you can't. That's it. Now the next one is that be part of all payment processes. If it is bank transfer, make sure you have your signature in there. If it is cash payment, make sure you are there so that as the money was received by whoever received the money, as they count, as they verify and certify that everything is in there, you are also seeing everything. I know how sometimes middlemen mess up some deals with event organizers and artists. I've seen a lot in recent times. That's why I'm using this opportunity to advise you to stay away from these people alone. Like I'm saying, they will play a role. They will play a role, but don't leave your faith to them. Don't leave everything in their hands, else they mess you up. And they will mess you up at a time that you cannot repair. They will mess you at a time that you cannot do anything about it. Finally, don't allow middlemen to making promises on your behalf. I have said it somewhere in the middle. They will tell the artist, they will promise him heaven and earth. And meanwhile, you cannot provide earth. You can only provide heaven. And these artists will add the whole earth to it as well. And to be disastrous on the day of the event. It can really kill a whole show that has been planned. Because the moment the artist comes and he says, oh, this was promised me, I have not seen it. If you are not careful and you don't come at the person's right mood, he will say no to every other thing that will be discussed. And this will affect your show. This will hurt your show. I read that everybody will learn a 2 or 3 from this. If you don't understand this, if you want some more explanations and you still want to call me about this, I'm willing to share what I know with you because I wouldn't want anybody to be affected in any other way when it comes to events. I see myself as an all-round person in this particular field, where at a point I'm an event organizer, where at a point I'm working for artists, where at a point I'm a consumer. Like at every point in time, I'm playing a key role somewhere. So I understand my contributions. And I know that it's high time the experiences we gather on the field, we come back to share with those who watch us and those who would want to do this. Because I've received some calls from some people who are obviously middlemen. So they'll come, okay, let me go and talk to the boss and come back. Let me go and talk. Sometimes you ask yourself, are the things you tell them, are they the real things they are telling those financiers or the bosses or the so-called bosses that they have been talking about? Maybe you tell them this, they go and say that. Because they also want to look good. They want to be seen as, yeah, they are the guys. He is the plug. So they'll do everything to make them look the plug. But for all you know, they'll be causing you a great deal of mess. And it is my wish that we all run away from some of these things. A word to the wise is always enough, like I keep saying. Until then, we'll meet again when we have to. My name is Sammy Flex. Cheers.